You've been wasting my time, Varric. It stops now.
Seeker, you wound me.
The champion nearly starts a war, and you're all too happy to bury it beneath your words. You will tell me about the Qunari.
What's left to say? The Arishok was killed and a champion crowned.
And yet we had Orlesians threatening sanctions of every kind and measure. What happened at Chateau Hain? What happened with Tallis?
You've heard about her?
We had someone there, but they lacked your access. Whatever Tallis was to the champion, it seems like it angered a nation.
Thousands of lives were at stake, Seeker.
Perhaps one still is.
Nicely non-specific. All right, let me set the scene. An ambush, an invitation, a hunting party. All because of Tallis.
And of course, there's no one.
All I know is it had something to do with you and nobles. Edge is usually very reliable.
This is normally when we're ambushed.
Why? It's not always an ambush. All right. Maybe sometimes it's an ambush.
And there is the champion of Kirkwall. You die today.
Oh!
Kill her! Kill all of them!
Well, what are you waiting for? Who the blazes is that?
Oh no! Kill people!
Sloppy. You'd think the crows would be better at this. They've been doing it for ages.
I appreciate your help.
I doubt you needed it, but you're quite welcome. My name is Tallis, and I've been looking for you.
Looking for me?
Looking for the woman who has an invitation to Chateau Hain, to be specific.
Oh, that's what Edge was on about. You remember? Duke Prosper, the one who fawned all over you at the Champion of Kirkwall banquet. He talked about a hunt.
I doubt I'd go to such a thing.
I was hoping you'd reconsider. The Duke is a delightful host, or so I hear.
Let me guess, this isn't just a social call?
I need to relieve him of something he has no right to possess. And I can't do it alone.
You want to rob him?
Well, stealing from Orlesians is never wrong. Or so I've been told.
There's always a catch. Nobody ever helps us unless there's a catch.
This isn't how I was planning to ask you this. I was picturing an introduction with less blood.
What makes you think I steal things just because people ask me to?
I may have talked you up a bit. Maybe more than once.
Oh, Varric.
What? You'd rather I told everyone you were a mage?
All I've heard is that you get things done. I'm hoping that's true.
Why not? I hear the Orlesians make excellent cheese.
That's right. You're Ferelden, aren't you?
We're not actually dog people, despite whatever rumors you've heard.
I'll keep that in mind.
So tell me, what exactly is it you want to steal?
A jewel. The Duke thinks it's valuable, and it is. Just not in the way he believes. What's more, he shouldn't have it in the first place. He who wishes to walk on water must first learn to swim. Come with me to Chateau Hain. I'll explain everything on the way. If nothing else, you get fine wine and fancy company. But I hope you want more than that.
So, you trust this woman who just leapt off a rooftop into the middle of an ambush with the crows? I wasn't asking if you did.
I'm pretty sure she's not a Templar, Anders.
The jewel we're after is called the Heart of the Many.
Interesting name.
Interesting jewel. All I care about is getting it away from the Duke. Here's the problem. The heart is in a vault, behind who knows what kind of traps. Protected by a private army of Orlesian chevaliers. All inside a fortress that was designed to be impregnable. And let's not forget, it's on the side of a mountain, in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by monsters.
Andrastes, dears Prosper. When is this going to get started?
Presently. All right, everyone. You'll know the tradition, yes? The first to find and slay a wyvern wins the honors of the evening. And bragging rights, of course. Good luck to you all.
I'm here by invitation. Would you tell your master that I've arrived?
Ah, the champion of Kirkwall. These are honored guests. Please excuse Cahir. A polite bodyguard is a contradiction in terms, or so I am told.
A chastened? Here?
Ah yes, you are Ferelden, aren't you? You would know these people.
They traded in Lothering sometimes. My family never had a problem with them.
See that, Cahir? Now you have someone to speak to. It's so very chatty, let me tell you. And who is this lovely specimen?
You flatter me, Your Grace.
I must say I didn't really expect you. I already have an Amel, you see. Or Orc, I suppose it is. A Grey Warden, no less. No doubt ensuring I don't accidentally cure their blight business.
Sister.
Perhaps you should join forces to avoid any appearance of collusion between parties. At any rate, I won't keep you from the hunt. Wouldn't want you to fall behind the others, yes?
I don't think I've ever encountered a wyvern before.
And why would you? There are exceptional beasts, magnificent cousins to the mighty dragon. My only advice? Beware their poison. It's the deadliest thing about them, as well as the most valuable.
Their poison is valuable.
Indeed. From it can be brewed Aquae Lucidius, a libation adored even by the Empress herself.
The nobility feast upon poison. How appropriate.
But here you are wasting valuable time on questions. Do you wish the others to beat you to the prize?
The sooner we get to the celebration, the happier I'll be.
Oh, I quite agree. The festivities cannot come soon enough. Good luck to you, my lady. Remember, fortune favors the bold.
You have come a long way to join our Duke, Sirrah. You'll pardon me for saying that you do not seem like a hunter. A word of caution since you are new to this. Wyverns spit venom. Their victims suffer terrible pain before they die.
Death is always the result, then?
Depending on exposure, it may take days. But yes, death is always the outcome if the poison isn't treated.
Since people hunt these creatures successfully, I imagine there's a trick to learn.
Ah, there are many tricks. It is best not to face the beasts head-on. Flank them. Blind them if you can.
I have no doubt this will be a challenge, but I'm sure it's a worthy one.
May Andraste keep you safe. If you fail to avoid the venom completely, there are treatments. A distillation of herbs, equal parts, Drakevein, Andraste's mantle, and winterberry can counteract the poison. May the Maker's luck grace your hunt. Be safe, Sarah.
So these are the hunting grounds. We just need to look for signs and be careful. We get this over with, we get into the keep.
And that's where the jewel is?
That's where the jewel is.
Have you seen a pair of coursers? I've been calling and calling, but it is no use. Nicodemus should know better. But Sylvain never had an ounce of sense in his head.
Slow down and tell me what happened.
My hounds have disappeared. They took off after a stag, and the Maker only knows where they've gotten to now. Please, you must help me find them.
If I see your dogs, I'll let you know.
May Andraste guide you. Nicodemus!
A lot of blood. Would that be prey or from a wyvern itself?
I've heard they fight for dominance. Can't be gentle.
Maybe we can use some to draw out rivals.
That altar is very old and creepy. I wouldn't touch it. I told you not to mess around.
So, still playing at these little adventures. You never did know when to put away your toys.
So grow up is what my little brother is saying.
Seems odd, doesn't it? Have your fun. But it has to end someday. Everything does.
Not our prey, I suspect.
Do dragons and wyverns even mix? I don't think so.
So if we drop part of this in the right spot, we might lure a wyvern out to protect its territory.
Good thought. Do that.
Add it to what we have already. Is it enough to draw one out of hiding?
I'd say so. A little one. Probably all we need. In the right spot, no doubt.
Foolish hound. Get back here. I am told weavers roost in the trees. Perhaps you wish eat them.
Hunting for sport. Is it wrong of me to cheer for the wyverns?
Just ignore them. Is that wyverns mating?
Could we mimic that?
No. Oh, the sound. Right, yes. I can try that.
There is something in there. A nest, perhaps.
What in Andraste's name were those?
Ghasts. Cave creatures. They don't come out on the surface much, however.
Not the worst thing to run into underground.
So cold. Oh, blessed Andraste, thank you. I thought I'd die out here. I've been trapped here since last night.
Were you injured? Why were you out here?
The gas that chased me here got a few scratches in, but I'll heal. The truth told, I'm not looking for the Wyvern. I'm a scholar from Cumberland, researching an Avar cult that once lived here. They worship the Lady of the Skies to the exclusion of all other gods. I'm searching for their shrine.
I think I've been to your shrine. There were nothing but angry spirits at the site.
Nothing else? Pity. I had hoped... Oh, well. Rumors say they were driven from their last refuge. They left a great treasure in the goddess's keeping. But the mountain has defeated me. Please, Take my research and see if you can do anything with it. I will try to make it back to camp. Good luck to you, Sirrah.
Do we expect to find this thing? Do we even want to?
The sooner we get the hunt over with, the sooner we'll be at the chateau to finish this.
Just how long has this wyvern hunt been going on?
It's an annual tradition the Montfort began to keep the population down. They breed quickly.
Elves, too. We're plucky that way.
Well, there's no annual elf hunt. Yet.
And the Orlesian nobility is only too happy to help out.
It's a game. The Montforts are so close to the Empress, so anything that pleases them is worth pursuing. Plus, you should really try the Aquae Lucidius. You'll be seeing purple dragons in the sky for days.
And be right useless the whole time.
Not sure I want to know how you know.
That must be the altar that weird old guy mentioned. What do his notes say?
Do wyverns eat many people at these things? Or is that just on special occasions?
Never mind this lot.
I'm no hunter, but I'll wager that's a sign.
There you go, Hawke. It seems we're on the trail.
Too bad the trail isn't upwind. Pretty countryside, at least.
The Montfort family inherited this mountain from a clan of Navarran dragon hunters. Well, maybe inherited is the wrong word. What do you call it when you kill someone in order to get all their stuff?
Murder?
Profitable murder, maybe.
Oh, that's everything the old huntmaster said we needed for an antidote.
I don't think there's enough for a person, though. Maybe we can find a use for it. Look, I think he wants us to follow him. Poor thing. Wyvern poison. I'm almost certain. Poor thing.
Here's a use for that antidote we made.
Who's a cute puppy? I suppose we can't keep him, can we? His owner is probably waiting back at camp.
I'm in your debt, madame. Please accept this with my thanks.
Bloody things.
I think that's the last of them. For now.
How many are there usually?
A gasling nest can often be 100 or more. Just be thankful we're not underground.
You were too willing to involve yourself in the affairs of others, Hawke. Each time you put yourself at risk. One day you will not be so lucky.
You have a better idea?
Guard what you have. Keep your head low.
That sounds like a way to go through life without ever knowing anyone.
I suppose so.
How well has that worked for you, Fenris?
Oh, a wyvern kill. Some kind of holla or something.
That could be a tunic.
Don't know, don't care. It's fate they liked for some reason. Champion of Kirkwall? Fancy title.
Not that fancy.
So, do you get a stipend? They let you rule the city?
I'm not sure someone can rule that city.
Is your family really from Kirkwall? I heard you were Ferelden.
My mother's family is from Kirkwall. We left for Eldon during the Blight.
Makes sense. Did you know the Warden?
No. Someone told me she even came to Lothering, but if so, I never saw her.
So, you're Hawke's brother?
We still admit that, on occasion.
But you're on good terms?
This second? I suppose so. The day's young, though.
We're fine. Just different.
Another one.
Ugh, well, at least we're getting closer.
Looking for clues.
Oh, very mature. Why don't you just roll in it like a dog?
Ooh, nug bones. I wonder if a nug call would help attract a wyvern.
You know a nug call?
You go elbow deep in wyvern shit, and I'm the weird one?
We must have enough to bait a trap now.
In the right spot, no doubt. Wait, what happened to the birds and everything? Uh-oh.
Disgusting.
Well, the trail suggests wyverns just love this place to bits. If we were going to find one, it'd be here. Yes, I think this would be the place to find a wyvern. And room enough to kill the thing without getting sat on. They're not stupid, though. We'll need some really good bait.
Think we have enough bait to draw one in?
More than enough. Careful, though, with this much bait, we might have our hands full. But it'd sure be fun.
Lay it all out. I'm bringing the Duke a trophy to talk about.
Yes! I mean, if you're sure. Let's get to it. We've a lot of stuff to lay out, for starters. Right, now the blood. What? The prey needs to be moving, doesn't it? Okay, I'll do the sound. You get ready. Don't look at me while I do this.
Was that good?
You want to do it? Didn't think so.
We're ready for you, ugly.
Be careful.
Well, if it isn't the Ferelden turnip. They say you are a champion of some backwater city in the east. Quite an achievement, I'm sure. I suggest you run along with your servants while you have the chance. This wyvern was mine to kill, not yours. Mine! 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 I paid good coin to be the one who wins this contest. It was my turn!
Oh, I didn't realize the Duke was offering charity to his more useless guests. My mistake.
I will not accept such talk from a backwater mongrel.
You do realize this woman has nasty little thugs like you for breakfast, I hope?
More insolence! From a knife ear this time! I can't take no more of this. Kill them all! We can't say the wyvern was too much for them.
Now, what is going on here?
Prosper! This blasted she-bitch tried to steal my rightful kill.
Now, is that any way to speak of the champion of Kirkwall, Baron?
This is your fault for inviting a stinking turnip in the first place. Your mother would be ashamed.
Says the man whose mother has slept with half of Valchevin. My apologies. Arlange has always been a cheat. What would you have done with him?
You're not suggesting...
Why not? You believe Arlange would have stopped short of murder, given the chance?
Something on your mind?
Just let him go. He's not worth your time, Hawke.
My word, such mercy.
He can't be more than he is, that's all. You've bested him.
I've no interest in more bloodshed.
You hear that, Arlange? It behooves you to leave while you still can.
Fine. I will go.
Congratulations on finding the Wyvern. It looks like a fine one indeed. There will be a celebration in the chateau courtyard. Do attend when you're ready.
You let him go. That was... very merciful.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
We should go to the chateau. Time to practice your table conversation. Right. Done with the wyverns. And various nonsense. Back to the chateau?
We're here for a reason. Let's take care of it.
I'm with you. I had a quick look around. There's one door into the castle that isn't under heavy guard.
Here we go again.
I can't get it open. And believe me, I tried. Bent a nice set of lockpicks in that stupid door. One of the Duke's guardsmen must have the key. They wouldn't just lock themselves out of the castle. I hope.
Why else would the party be in the garden? He probably has someone breaking a window right now.
I could make that work, actually. But in the meantime, let's find someone with a key.
Let's split up. We don't want the Duke to think we're laying siege to his party.
Tallis and I will look for the key. Get out of sight and watch for chevaliers or guards.
Let's see what we can find out. Come on.
Your Grace, this is the event of the season.
You have truly outdone yourself this time, Prosper.
Ah, at last our mighty heroine. The champion of Kirkwall has the honor of first kill this day. To hunt the Wyvern on its own ground is to tempt fate. A terrible risk. But the prize... I present to you this belt crafted of fine Wyvern skin. Wear it well and accept the accolades you're due.
Thank you, Duke Prosper. I'm proud to be here.
Your humility, my dear Hawke, does you great credit. Do not mind Leopold. My pet is always so temperamental before dinner.
Leopold, is it? I didn't know wyverns could be tamed.
Tame is perhaps too strong a word. My friends, I officially welcome you all to Chateau Hain. Enjoy a taste of Orlesian hospitality.
I see several men who might be captains in the Duke's Guard. One of them should have a key.
And how do you propose we get it from them?
How else? We ask nicely and tell them we'll give it right back.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Orlesians are such pleasant people. The famous wishing fountain at Chateau Hain. Mother had a whole collection of these Orlesian caprice coins she wanted to cast in there.
She wanted to throw away a coin collection in the fountain? Why?
It's some sort of high society game. The more coins you can throw away, the more important you are, or something. It's very... Orlesian. I didn't ask.
I heard she ran off with an elf manhole.
Wouldn't you? It's a trade-up from that flaccid old drunkard.
Ah, speaking from your extensive experience with the manholes at the Rose, are you?
At least they don't turn me away at the door. Poor Fifi. No gold is enough for them to endure you.
Girls, what have I said about discussing whores in company?
Sorry, Mama.
Is something the matter?
I've come a long way to visit the legendary Chateau Hain. I'd be devastated to leave without seeing inside.
I've heard the music room is the envy of Orlais.
And the ballroom is the single greatest example of flooring in Thedas.
I'll die if I don't view those treasures with my own eyes.
Well, we can't have guests expiring. I'll see about getting you a tour.
Let me handle him. As soon as I have the key, we can signal the others.
My, what a big sword you have. Do they give those to all the Chevaliers? So impressive.
Lovely party. Well?
He doesn't have it.
What?
He forgot he'd given the key to one of the servants. What kind of guard forgets that he's locked himself out of the castle?
We'll go out there and mingle until we find a way in. Or get so full of caviar and wine we fall asleep.
Right. Nothing to worry about. This can still work. So let's find the servant. How many could there be?
Well, he is Orlesian.
I'm trying to stay positive, you know.
Oh, look. The champion of Kirkwall is here. Who's she with? Do you know her?
I'm afraid not.
Well, her hair is gorgeous. I wonder who does it for her.
Put what you found to good use. I discovered more social interests.
Maker, someone shut that Delancey girl up.
Mother used to love these coins. She never got to bring hers to the fountain.
Why not?
You don't get invited to fancy Orlesian parties when you marry an apostate. Sister Nightingale?
Champion, it is good to see you again under less dire circumstances. Tallis?
Leliana, it's so lovely to see you again.
You look stunning this evening. Your hair is darling. Did you do it yourself?
I get the distinct impression you've met before.
Oh, briefly. A long time ago.
You meet all sorts of people in Orlais. It keeps life exciting.
Well, I'm glad you two had this chance to chat.
Yes, it was very fortuitous. We shouldn't take up more of your time, Leliana. I'm sure you have things that need attention. Right now. Hawke, do you even know why you're picking these coins up?
Mother would want me to play the game for her.
Can I interest you in some Antivan olives? Or I have some smoked ham from the Androfels. They say it tastes of despair.
Wait, does it really? How can ham taste like despair? Why would anyone eat it if it did?
That's what the importer said. They all talk like that. This wine has notes of oak and springtime. This cheese tastes of sorrow.
Thank you, miss. None for me at the moment.
Nobody has wanted anything. Olive duty is the worst job. I must have offended the cook.
I don't suppose we could have a peek at the kitchens. I'd love to see this hopeless dish in all its glory.
I don't know. I shouldn't leave my post.
What a scandalous reprieve from olive duty. Think of what the other servants will say.
The upstairs maids will be so jealous when they find out. Very well. Follow me.
I know, right? They treat you like part of the furniture. I'm surprised they don't sit on it.
Avoid the cheese plate. Terrible. Have you got the key?
I'm usually better at this. She didn't have the key either. This isn't supposed to be so complicated.
Don't beat yourself up about this, Tallis. We'll find a way in.
I hope so. The servant says she gave it to the Duke's son, Lord Cyril. Let's find him and hope he didn't pass it on to his father. So, Lord Cyril. Pardon me, Sir Guard, but could we have a moment of your time?
Anything for the Duke's honored guests.
I simply must meet the person responsible for those azaleas. They are the finest shrubberies I've ever beheld.
We are the most avid members of the Kirkwall Horticultural Society. I never thought I would live to see the day that anything would surpass the Viscount's juniper.
This may be the greatest day of our lives. You must introduce us.
I can see this is a matter of utmost importance, but I'm afraid I do not have the power to help you.
Champion, what a surprise.
Seneschal, dear, introduce me to your delicious friend.
Serendipity, this is Sirrah Hawke.
Awkward. So, can we talk about something else now?
It's been delightful meeting both of you.
Don't be a stranger.
Sometimes I wonder if we're at war with ourselves.
Wherever I can get it, honey.
You know, I really like those shoes.
Champion, it's good to see you again. I'm sure you don't remember me. We met when King Alistair made his trip to Kirkwall. I'm Ban Tegan Gerin.
You think I often intervene between Meredith and foreign heads of state? Wait, actually, yes, that's pretty normal for me.
You remind me a great deal of someone I once knew.
Who is this woman, Tegan?
I beg your pardon. Isolde, this is the champion of Kirkwall. Hawke, allow me to present our lesser Isolde.
Tegan, I must speak with you right now about the horrible thing Dulce de Lancey said.
Of course. Please, excuse me, Monsieur Hawke. A pleasure to meet you. If you speak to Ban Perrin, I don't advise you to bring up the Chantry, or knickers. Yes, Isolde, I'll tell him the story about the undead. Please, excuse me, Sirrah.
You did well, Sirrah. Perhaps there is a hunter in you, after all.
Champion, I cannot thank you enough for your kindness to my poor Emile. I may have to enlist your services in finding him again. You were so good at it before. When he was in the circle, he wrote to me every day. Now I get nothing, not a word.
He's probably just busy. You'll hear from him sooner or later.
But what is he wearing? He didn't take any respectable clothes with him. He will disgrace the family. I cannot bear to think of this any longer. Good day, Messer. Always delighted to see you, champion.
My. I never thought you'd actually attend, champion.
Honestly, I didn't plan on it either, but here I am.
I'm glad you came. Otherwise I'd be talking to the de Lanceys. All the soap in Thedas couldn't make me clean after that. What do you think of the party so far?
Recommendations for people I should shut up?
The gentleman over there is Ban Tegan of Ferelden, younger brother of the Earl of Redcliffe. And of course, there's Lord Cyril, Duke Prosper's son.
Who are the worst in the crowd?
Do you see the two young ladies over there? That's Babette and Fifi de Lancey, daughters of the Comte de Lancey. Don't make eye contact. You'll thank me later.
I get the feeling that everyone here is a moment away from tearing each other apart.
Don't get between the Comtesse de Lancey and the wine, or we will certainly see bloodshed.
We should probably go mingle a bit more.
Of course. We'll speak later, Lady Elegant.
I think it will be quite the interesting evening, don't you?
Stand back.
Kahir must like you, my dear Hawke. He's not usually so polite.
Excellent. Join us, champion. We were just discussing your famous confrontation with the Kunari leader.
You must tell us the tale. It was the talk of Denerim for months.
You have never been to Chateau N, yes? Please, allow me to give you this caprice. It's an old custom. My mother spoke often of Leandra. They were great friends when they were young. It's a shame neither could be here.
Where are your knickers this time, Perrin?
Shut up, you painted shrew!
What entertaining manners our guests have. Don't you agree, Hawke?
My friend here has been dying to speak with you privately. She's talked of nothing else.
For you, Hawke, of course.
No, I don't have the cheese tray. You're mistaking me for... I was hoping we could... Fine, I'll put that in the trash.
That wyvern blood has some kick, doesn't it?
This is officially my worst night ever.
Not Lord Cyril's type?
Maybe he just doesn't like elves. Or... women. Well, you've got one of those factors covered. He has the key. Go get it. What? It's your turn, Hawke. Go on.
Seems like I could save time and just assume a plan will fall apart from the start.
It hasn't fallen apart. It's just, not entirely cooperating with reality. Just go try something. So good luck with that.
Thanks.
Tell the elf that her pleas are for nothing. She's pretty enough, I suppose. No doubt there are some men who would like that sort of thing.
I don't know what to say.
I've never had a vindictive temper, madame. Fetch me a glass of wine, and we will say all is forgiven.
Well, did you get the key?
No. Somehow I'm getting him a drink.
Oh, that's perfect. I've got a drug we can slip in his wine. He'll sleep like a baby. We can search him for the key.
Going through a drugged man's pockets. I'm not sure about this.
There. Give that wine to Lord Cyril and just try to act casual.
Your wine, Lord Cyril. Words cannot express how sorry I am for the hardships you've endured at the hands of my friend.
By nature, I am very forgiving. We will let bygones be bygones. Andraste, the wine has gone straight to my head. I feel...
You have it! Tell me you have it.
I have it.
Good, then we can find the jewel and get this over with.
You don't sound that excited.
It's simply been a long time coming. That's all.
This jewel is that important to you?
Yes, I suppose it is. I want this part of my life finished.
This is our best chance, while everyone is occupied.
Right you are.
What in the name?
There's no need for you to die today, friend. Just move on. You never saw us. You could have walked away.
Is something wrong?
I didn't want to kill him.
I've seen you kill several men.
There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. Enough. We're here for the heart. I'd like to do this quietly, alert as few guards as possible. What do you think?
Let's do it quietly. We shouldn't get into fights if we don't have to.
I'm glad you agree. Let's go. This part of the chateau will be crawling with guards. We'll have to try our best to keep out of sight. Or we could try to create distractions, provided you're good at throwing stones.
And if all else fails, we'll give them a sharp knock on the head.
Right, of course. Just try not to do it all the time. All right, I'm ready when you are. Be quick, but careful.
Did you hear about the Duke's meeting with the Empress?
I never listen to court gossip. That'll get you killed, my friend.
Can't speak now. I've too much to do preparing the banquet and Leopold's dinner. You don't want to see a wyvern go hungry. If you need something, ask one of the servants. Well, why are you still bothering me?
There's a problem in the courtyard. Something about a poisoned comtesse. The servants were looking for you.
A maker's breath. What have those useless elves done now? I suppose I'd better deal with this.
You know, if you turn your head, the crest on that pennant looks like 2 ducks and a goat jumping out of a barrel. All set.
Try not to be seen.
An armor stand would serve with more distinction than you, maggots. This may be a garden party, but you will not be sipping fruity drinks and mingling. This is war. These heartless slaves to fashion would wear your skin as a cravat if they could. Never forget that. Every one of you will be prepared for battle. Do not relax for an instant.
You dropped the pie.
I'm sorry, monsieur. It's all squashed while the hounds took a bite of it.
It's really not that bad. Just put it back on the plate and cover it up with some gravy.
What's the matter?
I don't want to talk about it. Let's simply find the jewel and be done with this.
It's never as easy as it seems, is it?
I swear I didn't know. There must be some sort of switch.
Something wrong?
I don't know. Yes.
Don't fret, my dear.
Yes, this qualifies as wrong.
It's not over yet.
But it is over. I knew who you were the moment you arrived. Assassin.
Assassin? I knew it.
You did?
You've been acting strangely ever since we arrived.
Clever girl. Have you also deduced that your elven friend is Kunari?
You're Kunari?
It's complicated.
I assume Tallis has her reasons.
Aye. She chose you well, didn't she?
Look, I came to stop the heart from doing something we will all regret. She didn't. Leave her out of this.
And waste all the effort I spent luring you here before the heart's arrival? Don't be foolish.
Assez hasatra mas.
Mas havas trasokolon. Take them away.
The elf was Kunari.
And the dwarf has no beard. I know, it made no sense to me either. Maybe they cut her horns off.
The Kunari are not a race. They are a religion. What I don't understand is why a Kunari agent would try to kill one of her own people. And why involve the champion?
Excellent questions.
I expect answers to match.
I live to please.
I have a question. When the Duke told you what I was, you said you didn't care. Was that true?
You could have told me the truth. I might have listened.
And what if you didn't?
I suppose we'll never know.
I am sorry. This didn't work out like I'd planned. Obviously.
What was your plan, exactly?
The one I expected to find is named Salit, a member of the Ben Hasrath, the Heart of the Many. I was told he's here to sell secrets to the Orlesians, and I came to stop him. I suppose I was misinformed.
So you came here to stop this Salit from betraying your people?
You probably won't believe me, but this isn't a political mission. It's personal.
What do you mean?
Salit was my best Rathari, the one who recruited me into the Ben Hasrath. My tutor. He's the one who saw my potential, convinced me that I could make a difference. It doesn't matter now.
But you said he was selling secrets.
He is. Or at least he intends to. One last act of defiance. I can't let him do that. Not when he'll hurt so many others in the process.
You mean he'll hurt other Qunari?
Not every Qunari is a soldier, you know. There are tens of thousands of farmers, artisans, craftsmen. People who have never hurt anyone. People whose only crime is living. They don't deserve what he's going to do to them. But it's more than my duty to stop Salit. It is my moral obligation.
You mentioned the Heart of the Many before, but you said it was the name of the jewel.
It's also what Ben Hasrath means. Some people say we're enforcers, that keep the Qunari in line, but that's not it. It's hard to explain.
Try.
We're the soul of the Qun. We keep its spirit alive and protect it, from both outside and from within. Not every Qunari agrees, nor do they always do what is best for all. The Ben Hasrath remind us of our common goal.
You make them seem almost peaceful.
It's not always meant to end in violence. There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. I probably don't sound very convincing.
The way you're talking, it sounds like you're one of these Ben Hasrath.
I am. Or I was. Whether I ever am again, I guess that remains to be seen.
Is that why you're here? To redeem yourself?
Not to them. Doubt is the path one walks to reach faith. To leave the path is to embrace blindness and abandon hope.
Another Qunari proverb?
She who swallows wisdom in tiny chunks avoids choking.
So did you really involve me just because I had an invitation?
You were the only one on the invitation list who wasn't a personal friend of the Montfort family. And you're also Basilian, remember? An outsider worthy of respect.
You know about that?
Of course. If there was anyone a Qunari should or would consider going to for help, it's you.
And what was going to happen when all this was over?
I thank you. We go our separate ways.
Really? I wouldn't notice a thing.
Truth? You're not exactly what I was expecting. I've heard a few stories about you. They don't quite do you justice. Perhaps if I'd done my homework, I would have known more about you. Given you the respect you deserve. Nothing I could do about it now.
So everything you told me was a lie?
Not everything.
So I just missed the part where you're one of the people I drove out of Kirkwall.
You don't need horns to embrace the Qun. What you need is a purpose, a belief in unity, in improving the lot, not only for your own people, but for everyone.
You sound like you actually believe that.
I do. Nobody is controlling my mind. I'm not insane. Being Qunari doesn't automatically mean you're a zealot. Most Qunari don't even understand humans, why you act like you do. But I grew up among you. I understand perfectly well.
Wait, aren't you here to kill someone for the Qunari?
I never said I was killing him for the Qunari.
So you're improving his lodge? Perhaps repeatedly?
I know it's not easy to understand. After what the Arishok did, I hardly blame you. But just tell me, can you honestly say there's nothing to improve? Nothing to strive for? We believe in striving together. We may stumble, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
I'm not arguing about this.
It's who I am. I joined the Ben Hasras because I felt it meant something. Means something.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
It's been a long time since I talked to anyone about it. I suppose it's not really prison cell conversation.
I suppose the good news is, with all this extra time, I can learn to knit.
Could you make me a sweater?
No.
The first order of business is getting out of here before His Grace decides we would taste good in the soup. Or whatever he has planned. Any ideas?
We didn't come here alone, remember?
All lesions. Can't build a hallway without turning it into a maze.
Keep going. I'm sure your training will kick in any moment.
Still don't like me. I've tried to change.
You have. Now you're dangerous. Let's move.
That's it. I'm officially tired of waiting to be rescued.
Why didn't you just do that before?
You said your friends were coming.
There you are. Were you hurt? What happened?
Let's just get out of here.
So, back through the castle then?
There's a better way than fighting through the Duke's entire army. I'll show you.
Here, we found your equipment.
Then we should head for the caves. That's the way out I planned to take us through originally. Unless you want to carve your way out through the Duke's army.
We'll see.
It's up to you which way you want to go, Hawke. I'll help you either way.
Done with my hospitality already, are we? Such a shame.
It's not that we don't appreciate the accommodations, but you know how it is.
Alas, it's too soon for my guests to leave. You will miss the main event.
I could live with that.
No, I am afraid you couldn't.
Just let her go, Prosper. It's me you want.
What I want is to ensure you cannot further hinder my plans. Do your job and kill them, Chasing. Is that not why I keep you around?
That is it. Hold them. I'm releasing the pets.
I don't think we're getting out this way now.
We'll have to go back down and through the caves I mentioned before. Although I wonder why the Duke's bodyguard ran off like that.
The Duke left him.
I suppose we'll find out soon enough.
And there's Val Royeaux. One for every major city in Orlais. Wonder if the other wardens will be jealous. Huh? Does that look like a map to you?
Look at these guys. Or would you like me to swab your poop deck, matey?
Oh, Carver, stop.
Sorry.
See? Caves. Just like I said.
Are you sure this goes somewhere? Other than down?
Yes. Sort of. I stole old plans from the Fourth Blight. This was a retreat, they called it. At any rate, there's an exit that leads out onto the mountainside. That's your way out. Got everything from the chateau? The way those rocks look, I don't want to test this path more than once.
I don't trust these caves.
Running around with you has really made me realize how much I miss it.
So, this is the retreat. The Grey Wardens built it, I understand.
I'm surprised it's not full of Darkspawn, then.
We're not out of danger yet.
There's a lake? In the middle of the mountain?
The retreat needed to house hundreds of people during the Blight, if not thousands. Can't do that without fresh water.
So they built a lake?
Oh, that. I have no idea. That's odd. I could swear there was... Trust me.
Tallis!
The Circle are not the only ones who know how to break a mage.
You'll do Prosper's bidding after he left you here.
I do not fight for him. The Duke is a fool. His enemies a posturing, guileless lot. But you are worth testing. Prosper can fight his own battles, and I shall choose mine.
What did you worry about?
Everyone see that! Now!
Missed! That would have been a nice shot, too. You didn't think I was leaving, did you? Well, that was bracing.
I thought you'd left.
Nonsense. I found a way around. I said I'd get you out of here, and I meant it. Let's keep going. The exit can't be much further.
You escape a life of servitude and oppression, only to join a society of absolute obedience and servility?
I'm not oppressed. I serve because I wish to.
In the manner they dictate, and on pain of death.
You make it sound so senseless.
Voluntarily giving up your freedom is senseless.
And there's the way out. See? I told you I had a plan. It was a good plan. The kind that had an escape and everything.
I think you're right, Tallis.
So you could go. There are, however, other options.
What did you have in mind?
You've been so reasonable since we were captured. I'm hoping that hasn't changed. What Salit is going to do will harm so many innocents. My people, as well as yours. It's my duty to stop him. Even so, I can't do it alone. Not anymore.
Explain what's so terrible about Salit's plan.
I can't. Not completely. And yes, I know. That's a hard sell. The information Salit plans to turn over to Orlais won't just hurt Qunari, however. It will harm anyone living in Qunari lands. Even those who fled the Qunari of any race will be condemned to persecution forever.
So this isn't just some political scheme.
If only it was. I'm not here on some directive from the Qun. I came... Salit was declared Talvishoth, but they didn't deem intervention worthwhile. I couldn't agree. I had to try.
Doesn't that make you Talvishoth as well?
No. The Ben Hasrath didn't order me not to do this, but here I am anyway. I was trying to earn my way back into their good graces. This probably won't help.
Why? What did you do?
It's not easy being an elf in the Qun. You're not born to it like they are. I've struggled to find that peace, that certainty. I know it's there. I just keep falling short. What about you? Have you ever been a part of something bigger than just yourself?
I protect Kirkwall. Or is that not what you mean?
It's not the same thing. The Qunari have a vision of what life should be like. free from pain and fear and doubt. You see tyranny, and I see caring and interest in the welfare of all. Yes, it could be better, but so could human indifference and cruelty. Or do you disagree?
No, you have a point.
Then help me stop this before it goes too far.
What did you have in mind, exactly?
Well, we could go back, maybe have some tea with the Duke, get to know one another. Then, just as he starts to trust us, you slip a bag over his head and we drag him to Antiva.
I hope you're not serious.
Or, we could find out when Salit is arriving and stop him before it's too late.
You don't actually think you can finish your mission?
Alone? Probably not. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't try. Some things are worth dying for.
After everything you've already done, why would I help you again?
Because I've got your nose.
The Qun taught you that?
If I were following the Qun, I would actually have your nose. I suppose that doesn't help. If I had my way, you would never have been this involved in the first place.
You know how to argue, but my options are...
Follow or don't. It's pretty much that simple. There are two paths open to us. I hope you really do understand what's at stake. Hawke, please.
It's good she's gone. Let's get out of here. You frightened me.
Me?
Before we found you, there was a moment when I... Don't do that again. Just how many of these creatures live on this mountain?
Be thankful they're not high dragons.
Good point. You're Ferelden-born, aren't you?
Yes, we were.
I understand Fereldans have a certain animosity with Orlais.
It seems a small concern in light of other things. I've met a few. Nice people. Not like this lot.
The excess does seem, excessive. Some kind of ruin.
Everyone, be careful.
Let's get this over with, Canary. Before your assassins find us. Already I regret agreeing to spare them.
I have chosen my path. That choice should not...
Bashera! I am here to facilitate your deal with the Empress. Nothing more. Well, names, Your Grace. It's a list of names. What is the meaning of this?
You asked for a weapon. I am providing it.
We expected the formula for black powder, dreadnought plans, a map of Cunandar, anything. This is useless. Your Grace. Champion. I should have known you would turn up.
So here I was, just trying to find a way off this mountain. And where do I end up?
And I suppose I should let you go. A thief who tried to rob my home.
They say clemency is a virtue.
weapon, how else will you betray yourself?
You should not have come. This path is mine alone. Go, while you still can.
None of you are going anywhere.
Kill them all! Keep away from me! The Empress will hear of this! Orlais will burn Kirkwall to the ground! All of you will die screaming! I swear it!
I would have tried begging for mercy, but that's just me.
You filthy whore!
Thank you for the lovely party. I'll treasure the belt.
They never learn.
Looks like the Duke has fallen from grace.
Atash Varin Kata. If the Duke only knew what he nearly had in his grasp. I was halfway back up the mountain before I found someone who told me where the Duke was. Ironic that it happened to be where you were headed. But that does fit pretty well with your life, I guess.
You didn't mention that Salit was a friend of yours.
He trained me. I suppose, in a way, he saved me. I owed him a better death.
It seems like this is when we discuss a reward.
All right. Something specific in mind?
I don't need the moon. Just make it worth my time.
Here I was going to give you the moon, but now you've gone and spoiled it. Here. That was going to be the heart of the many. You'd find a jewel, while I'd go off and find Salit, and be back before anyone was the wiser. I suppose nothing ever goes like we plan, does it? Take it, Hawke. I'll try to stay out of your hair from now on, but I can't promise anything.
Let me guess. You haven't seen Tallis since that day.
A safe assumption, given her nature.
And who is left to appease Orlais after a duke's murder at the hands of the champion of Kirkwall?
Well, not by choice, if that helps. And there's the business of Prosper inviting the whole affair, possibly under orders from Empress Celine. Imagine the scandal if that was known.
If you believe a Kunari agent.
Well, that's the difficult part, isn't it? I don't know why Hawke didn't kill Tallis. I suppose the elf did have her nose. Whatever the reason, I doubt it's the last we've seen of her. But what do I know? I just tell stories.